I think we're on, Gary.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to South Ripley High School. I'm Gary Cook along with Jeff Gauck here to bring you our boys Sectional 45 opening game tonight between our North Decatur Chargers and the Milan Indians. Chargers will be in their away red uniforms tonight. I'll let Jeff take over the starting lineup introductions here.
All right, North Decatur, familiar starting lineup for us. Number 3, got to find us on the program, Owen Eldridge. Number 5, Caden Muckerhide. Number 21, Odell, what's his first name? Logan Odell, I'm sorry. Cooper Palmer, number 35, Brady Maurer, number 45. Your starters for the Chargers tonight. Real quick, Milan Indians, number 5, Ben Reilly. Number 11, the Norman kid. Number 15, McCown. Number 20, Gabe Reilly. And number 40, Trent Langferman. Your starters for the Milan Indians. One different starter for them tonight than we had on February 6th.
I noticed that too, Jeff.
Kid, and he came off the bench, had 6 points for him that night. So
well, they're playing much better. They're 4-18 now, and in their last 8 games, they are 4-4. If you remember, we beat them in a 6-point game at our place. In that 8-game span, they've also lost a close one to South Dearborn, a 3-point game, but they've got wins over Rising Sun in that 8-game span, Jacksonville, Shaw, and a big win last Friday night at Union County. And Union County's a 10-win team, so that was a good one for them. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. So that's a real plus for the Indians, and they're playing pretty well. For the season, they're averaging 53.1 points a game, giving up 66.1. But in the last 5 games, they're averaging 62.3 points per game. So playing much better offensively, obviously.
Well, and I would like to say Odell, that was his first start at varsity when we played him last time. So hopefully we find some more offense. Long tip goes to the Milan Indians. So they're going to start this ball game out on the offensive end tonight. I'll try to get their numbers here. I got a little late start. Work day for some of us. Norman, they get Langferman up on top. It's like Chargers in a man-to-man defense. Milan is in their whites. We have no video tonight. And number 15 comes around the corner. McNown and puts it in. Chargers in their road reds start their first offensive set. Taking a look, looks like the Indians are in the man-to-man defense. Muckerhide puts it on the floor, left side of the rim, up and in.
Goes all the way to the hoop and scores. Good start there, but Caden. 2-2 in our, I'll have to remember, Jeff, to remind me, we have some new sponsors for the sectional tonight to read.
Okay.
H&R Block sponsoring our first quarter.
Norman with the ball in his hands, find teammate, left corner, I think that's a 3. It's missed long, he's got a teammate there to put it up. I think that's one of the Reillys. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and in.
Yeah, that hurts. Got a couple offensive rebounds there.
Muckerhide brings it across the right-hand side of the court as he enters the front court for our Chargers. Milan stays in there man-to-man. Muckerhide's out on the logo. Finds Eldridge cutting up to the elbow. He holds the ball. Now Muckerhide on the high right-hand side. Moves it to a little bit. Middle. Maurer back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide up on top. Puts it on the floor. Running 6-footer. He's long, no good. Eldridge tips it out to Maurer. He fakes the 3. Muckerhide gets the ball tipped out of his hands. Fight for the ball. Muckerhide gets it in the backcourt. Up front he goes to Maurer. Maurer on the right-hand side. Gives it back to Muckerhide. Back to Maurer on the right-hand side. Looks inside to Eldridge. Nice job by Owen Eldridge, and he puts it up and in.
Really good job of keeping possession of that there.
4-4 here early in this sectional 45 action. They find a
nice back cut there by McCown. Lays it in for an easy 2.
Give him 4 points on the night. Chargers now down 2. We're early in this ball game. Muckerhide works to the left-hand side. Cooper Palmer touches the ball for the first time tonight. Takes it around the arc to Muckerhide, running a big weave out there. Muckerhide now has to back out to the logo. Gets it to the free throw line, keeps the ball live. Left side of the rim, he comes short. Eldridge is right there to put it up and in.
6-6, 5:40 to go here in our H&R Block first quarter.
That play earlier in the year, Eldridge probably doesn't hit that shot, even as a gimme. He gets himself in a little bit of hurry, but he done a real good job of slowing himself down. Relay at the left side of the rim comes up short. Chargers with the rebound. They tip it out to Muckerhide. Find Odell, left side of the rim, up and in.
Good transition there. That's good, Jeff. We're shooting layups. 8-6 Chargers.
Everybody's shooting layups, Gary. Indians get it in the lane. I think that's Gabe Reilly kicks it out. McCown. I'll have to look at that. They put up a three. It's missed long. Langfordman puts his shot up, and he gets it to roll in. Hasn't been a three-pointer made here tonight. I think only one's been shot. Muckerhide with the ball, gets inside the lane, puts up a six-footer. He puts it up and in.
10-8 Chargers, 4:45 to go here, and H&R block first quarter.
Reilly puts up his shot. It's long, no good. And fight for the rebound. I think it's going to be off Muckerhide, and it is.
Yeah, we got to, right now we're not doing a very good job on the defensive boards. 4 offensive rebounds now I've got for them.
The Indians triggered in. Gabe Reilly right in front of the rim, puts it up the right-hand side, no good. A lot of contact on the rebound. Milan's hands. And boy, Muckerhide got held that time, and Muckerhide's going to pick up the foul, and Reilly's going to get in there.
Yeah, we have got to rebound. That's 6 offensive rebounds here in the first 3.5 minutes. And I know it's physical in there, and I know you get pushed, but you just got to be the tougher guy.
Well, and that's one thing I was going to say tonight is that, a lot of times during tournament time, the refs won't blow that whistle near as quick. They're going to let the kids decide.
You're exactly right.
So the tougher team's going to come out on top, really hit that free throw, puts the Indians up 1. Muckerhide brings the ball across the timeline. It's like Milan's
Indians a little zone here, yeah. A little 2-3 zone.
Muckerhide moves it to the right-hand side, getting his teammate set. Finds Palmer cutting across the lane. Kicks out to Maurer. Left corner three is going to go up. It's in. Brady Maurer hits a three. Chargers 1-1, I think 1-1 from three-point land tonight. Langfordman with the ball. Has to move it outside the arc. Gives it McCown. McCown gets to the free throw line. He puts up a shot. Misses this time. Maurer's got to go up with 2 hands. It rolls into Muckerhide's hands. He's on the break. Odell kicks out to Palmer. Palmer looks at a three, doesn't do it. Muckerhide. Now Maurer. He's going to try that left wing three. Hits another one.
Good ball movement there. We made that and one pass, or that extra pass, and that got us a really good open look for Brady.
Yeah. One of the Reillys takes it in the lane. Ben, he hit that shot, and he's going to line for an and one.
They're getting the ball in the lane too easy on us, Jeff, right now. We've got to start moving our feet a little bit and really start, squaring drivers up and not reaching to try to block shots.
Fouls on Eldridge, his first, team second here in the quarter. Free throw goes up, and it's good.
Okay, looks like we've got a timeout here. It's going to be a 30-second. Coach Pickerel is in his second year and decided he wanted to maybe make an adjustment or talk about things a little bit. Jeff, real quick, some of our new sponsors here to mention. Appreciate all these businesses sponsoring us. Decatur County REMC, Ford Abstract, Scripture Auto, Walpe Heating, Scheidler Brothers Paint and Decorating. And then Colson Appraisal Services would like to wish all the teams their best throughout the tournament. Colson Appraisal Services has been serving clients all over southeastern Indiana for the last 40-plus years. They can be reached at 812-614-1779. Grab a pen. That's 812-614-1779. Call or text Colson Appraisal Services at 812-614-1779. One more time, call or text 812-614-1779. I got that memorized now.
I think that's a misprint. Somebody hit copy there. Chargers get the ball after that Milan Indian timeout. Odell, Muckerhide.
Indians back in a man-to-man here.
Muckerhide puts it on the floor, reverse pivots, kicks out to Maurer. He's going to try another three. He's long this time. Fight for the rebound. Eldridge comes away with it. Maurer's going to try a long three. In and out, no good. Indians come away with that rebound. I think this is Gabe Reilly with the ball. No, it's his brother Ben. He brings it to the middle of the court. Now McCown. Odell's on him. He gets to the free throw line, stops, kicks to a teammate. Langfordman has to come out and grab that loose ball. That's Gabe Reilly with it in the left corner now. He puts it on the floor. Eldridge is on him. Eldridge is staring him down as he's outside the arc. Gives it up to brother Ben. Ben up on top. They move around the arc to the right-hand side. This is Norman with the ball. Palmer's on him. He puts up a baseline 6-footer, comes up short, fight for the ball. Charger basketball.
Yeah, we're fortunate there. They didn't get another offensive rebound.
Yeah. 16-14, Chargers up here in the H&R block first quarter, 2.5 minutes to play. Muckerhide with the basketball. He's standing out on the logo here in the middle of the court. Milan is in a man-to-man. He's going to get a ball screen from Maurer. Stops, fires a three. Mucker Hyde's long. Eldridge tries for the rebound, but white jersey tipped it away from him. The Indians give it to Norman, and he brings it across the timeline. He gets it over there to Ben Reilly on the left-hand side. Going to start the offense from there. Gets a ball screen. Can't use it. McCown has it on the left-hand side. Odell's checking him, bringing him around the arc. He moves it all the way to the right-hand side. Now gives it up to Ben Reilly. He takes it out onto the logo and resets their offense. North Decatur in the man-to-man. He's going to step just inside the arc and fire it. No good. And a fight for the rebound. Milan comes away with another rebound. That could come back to haunt us, Gary.
Yes.
Not just that one, but so many of them already.
I wish I'd have kept chance of the second chance points they've been scoring.
Norman puts up.
There's two right there.
Yep, 12-footer and hits it. Tie ball game here at South Ripley High School. Sectional 45 action. Chargers with the basketball, playing the Milan Indians. Mucker Hyde gets ball screen. Langfordman has to step out on him. Pass gets tipped a little bit. Milan steals it. Goes right back to Mucker Hyde as they can't quite control it. Mucker Hyde gets it in the lane. Finds Maurer, right wing three. He gets his feet under him. He's off the back iron, no good, and Indians pull down another rebound. Indians quickly in the front court with the basketball. Ben Reilly has it. Mucker Hyde's on him. He's still moving it to the left-hand side. McCown has it now. Gets it to Gabe Reilly. Reilly. Eldridge gets a low block. It's blocked by either Maurer or Eldridge. Either way, the Chargers come away with the basketball. Kick it up front to Mucker Hyde. Mucker Hyde puts it up, got a lot of body. Eldridge is there and has to save it back in, saves it into an Indian. And they find Gabe Reilly, right-hand side. He puts it up and in. Maurer fouled him.
Right now, Jeff, they're controlling things from a physical standpoint. They're just more physical than we are on both ends.
Well, I guess I don't mind that call on Maurer down there, but I felt like Mucker Hyde got fouled down here on the other end.
Right.
If that's going to be a foul, then it should have been a foul on the other end.
18-16, 38.4 seconds to go here in our H&R Block opening quarter.
Gabe Reilly's going back to the line. He was there earlier for an old-fashioned three-point play attempt. This time he can't convert. Rebound goes to the Chargers. And there again, it was a struggle to get that rebound.
It was.
And you and I both know why, because Eldridge had his hand held down. Mucker Hyde with the ball in his hand. He moves to the right side, running 4-footer. It's a tough one. Gets his own rebound, tries to go up, gets it knocked away from him. Kicks out to Eldridge, up on top to Odell. Left-hander puts a three up in the air, no good. And Morris goes over the back and picks up his first foul. Fourth team foul for the Chargers this quarter.
Well, we're getting good looks. You know, after hitting our first 2 threes, we've missed 5 in a row, though.
Chargers going to bring Marshall Snell in the game. Going to bring Parmer back in. Parmer's checking in for Eldridge.
15.5 seconds to go here in our first quarter. Indians on top by 2.
Have the basketball, 15.5 seconds to play. Finally pick it up before the timeline. That's Ben Reilly with the ball in his hands, gives it to McCown. He's out here on the high right-hand side. We got a foul.
Offensive foul, looks like moving screen there. So it'll be Charger ball, have an opportunity to tie or take the lead here at the end of the quarter. 9.3 seconds to go.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out who that foul was on.
Yeah, it's got number 3 marked on the board, if that is correct, Jeff.
Do they have a number 3 in?
That would be Jackson Voss. I don't know whether he just went out of the game or because they just made a substitution.
Okay, so we're going to give it to Voss. Just their first team foul. We get into Mucker Hyde. Just about 10 seconds to play. We're down to 6 now. Mucker Hyde gets it to the elbow, gets it in the lane, puts it up. He comes up short. Milan with another rebound.
I thought he got fouled there too, Jeff.
And that's going to be your quarter. Chargers down 16-18 in a well-played first quarter.
We'll take a commercial break and be right back with our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. This is Charger basketball on WTRE.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss. But it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
The wrap-up the year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel with a wrap-up the year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
We are back here at South Tripoli High School. Chargers trailing by 2 after the first quarter, ready to start our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter.
Chargers get the ball to start this quarter, down 2 points. Mucker Hyde brings it across. Looks like Milan's going to be in a man-to-man defense. We run Odell across the lane. They take the ball away from him. It's into that Indians' hands. He comes to the right-hand side. That's Voss, and he picks up another charging foul for the Indians. That's 2 on him.
Yeah, the turnover by Odell there was the first one for the Chargers, I believe.
Odell has the ball left-hand side of the court. Morris has it up on top now, looking for some teammates to cut. Get it to Maurer up on top. Maurer directs a little traffic, gives it to Muckerhide. Muckerhide's asking for a ball screen, gets it from Palmer, moves it to the center of the court. Milan stays on him. They kick out to Odell. He's going to try that left-handed three. It's off the front iron, no good. And really, Gabe really pulls down the rebound. Muckerhide knocks the ball away from him, but can't get it away from him. Give it up to Voss. Voss up on top. They go inside. 21 there. Don't have his name yet. Goes to the left side of the rim. He got fouled. He's going to line for 2.
Yeah, that's at least 2 on Brady Maurer.
That's Grant Langferman.
Well, I guess they called that on Odell.
Yep. He hits his first one. So Odell picks up his first foul of the ball game.
If I remember, the younger Langferman played really well in the JV game at North Decatur, then came in and gave him some good varsity minutes.
Yeah. His second one's no good. We do get that uncontested rebound. Down 3 now our Chargers are. We're early in the second quarter here. Muckerhide with the ball in his hands, moves it to the right-hand side of the court, gives it to Eldridge just beyond the free throw line. Now back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide's outside the arc, gets it to the free throw line, kicks to Palmer, back to Muckerhide here on the left-hand side. Muckerhide puts the ball on the floor, finds Morris. Morris back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide in the center of the court, going to back it out and reset the offense. Indians in a man-to-man defense. We're running 4 guys down low. Muckerhide up on top, loses his footing and travels.
Yeah, Caden tried to do a little spin move there. I think he stepped on the defender's foot.
Yeah.
So, second turnover for the Chargers. 6:38 to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Chargers down 3.
Indians with the basketball. Ben really gets it across, gives it to Voss. Voss going to try a long 3, in and out, no good. And the long rebound comes down to the Indians, and we're going to foul them.
We did a better job of blocking out that time, Jeff, but we just didn't go get the ball. It bounced on the floor, and they were quicker to the ball than we were.
Morris picks up his second foul this quarter on the Chargers, so the Indians inbound under their basket. He's looking. He finds a teammate there in the corner. That's a younger Langferman. Now it comes around to Norman. Norman up on top of the basketball. Morris is on him with 2 fouls. Ben really has it up on top, gets a ball screen, doesn't use it. Voss fakes a shot. He gets into the lane. Eldridge gets that drive stop. Now Gabe really gets the right side of the rim. Low block up and in. We
just got to move our feet better than that. We just put it on the floor, went right to the hoop.
We hope that's on Cooper, and it is. I believe that's Cooper's first. Team's third already this quarter. Going to send Gabe really to line for another old-fashioned 3-point play attempt. He's got 3 field goals, and he's been to the line after all 3 of them. He's gotten fouled. His free throw goes up. It's long, no good. And we struggle, but we do finally get the rebound.
Oh, boy. We're not going after the ball with 2 hands a lot of times, and we're just really not being authoritative.
Chargers on the offensive end. Muckerhide gets a ball screen from Odell, doesn't use it, tries life baseline, has to back out of it. That pass gets stolen. It goes right to, I believe that's Langferman, left side of the rim, up and in. I don't know if that was Langferman. Let me get 21.
That's the younger one.
Grant Langferman.
Like Coach Metz going to call a 30-second timeout here with 5:38 to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Well, just in my observation, Jeff, Milan is playing with a little more sense of urgency than we are. That's just what I see. Not that our kids aren't trying, but we're just kind of a step late and just not getting things done. You know, we're hesitant. We're on both ends of the floor.
It's almost like we're expecting the basketball to bounce to us.
Yeah.
Instead of just going to get it. That's kind of what I'm seeing, Gary.
Yep, I would agree with that. We've got to get some things corrected here because we're down 7 here. I know it's got a lot of game in front of us yet, but I just don't like the trend of things and how we're attacking on the offensive end and how we're not doing a whole lot on the defensive end.
We get it inside to Eldridge. Eldridge, he puts one up in front of the rim. He comes up the right side of the rim, misses it, and another Indian rebound. That's Voss with it. He moves into Odell, goes through the lane, kicks it out to a teammate. I think that's Norman with it. Norman moves to the left side, kicks to the corner. Corner, younger Langfordman. Gabriel, we get it knocked out of his hands, but he gets it right back. Eldridge is there to stop it. He has to back about beyond the arc. Eldridge better get in good defensive position. He'll take it to him. He's still on the right-hand side. He put the ball on his hip, and they didn't call it there, Gary. Voss with the ball up on top. That's a younger Langfordman, guarded by Maurer. They find a teammate left side of the rim. It gets blocked. Maurer gets it in his hands, gives it up to Muckerhide. Racing down the right side of the rim, puts it up and in.
Good transition bucket there by Caden Muckerhide. Got the lead to 5.
We finally got a defensive rebound.
Yeah.
Milan Indian, that's Voss. He moves the right-hand side, and Odell's going to pick up his second foul.
Well, really, this kind of, to a certain extent, kind of reminds me of the Rushville game, Jeff, isn't it? They're just putting their head down, putting the ball on the floor, and driving to the paint or driving to the basket, and we're not doing a very good job of moving laterally.
Right. 4th team foul on the Chargers this quarter, and we're not halfway through it. So we're in a little bit of trouble. Odell's got 2 fouls. Morris has got 2 fouls.
Owen Rennekamp checks in the game for Logan Odell.
Norman gets up a shot, about a 16-footer. It's off the back iron, no good. This time we get a rebound as it's uncontested, and here come our Chargers, a chance to cut into this lead. Muckerhide with the ball, left-hand side of the rim. He gives it up to Rennekamp. Rennekamp's going to run the point for us as he takes it to the right-hand side. Gives it to Eldridge, who come up to the free throw line. He's looking back to Rennekamp. High right-hand side. Now finds Muckerhide cutting. He's going to be open for a 15-footer from the elbow. Misses badly.
Yeah, I think they finally got, or partially got deflected or blocked.
Gabriel, right side of the rim. This one he misses, and we get the rebound, and we're going to throw it away.
Third turnover for the Chargers.
Unforced turnover there, Gary.
Yep. The only positive was it wasn't a live ball one.
It was such a, threw it clear out of bounds. Indians with the basketball. I believe this is Voss. He moves to the right-hand side, gets around
Rennekamp. It all the way to the hoop. We didn't, see, we got to step forward. Owen Eldridge, I think, was on the baseline there, and Owen's got to slide over and square up to that driver and help stop that penetration.
Muckerhide gets in lane, running 8-footer. It comes up long, no good. Milan with another rebound. Voss slows it down, walks it up the court. Gets directions from his coach. He's still on the left-hand side. Rennekamp steps out to check him. Running their man offense, goes in and backs it back out. 3 minutes to play here before halftime. Looks like Milan's going to be very content to spread us out here a little bit.
Yep.
That's McCown with it. Eldridge steps out on him. Be careful, Owen. You got a foul already. Maybe 2. Norman with the ball. Palmer's on him. He gets an avenue, left side of the rim. He comes up short. Muckride's there for the rebound. He takes off racing down the right-hand side of the court. Gets the left side of the rim, up and in. So that was a good play. 5-point deficit for our Chargers. Ben really brings the ball up, gets a couple ball screens. He gets the left side of the rim, challenges Muckerhide. I think Muckerhide's going to pick up that foul.
Right now, Milan is just driving it down our throat, and we either have to foul them or we're giving up a basket. We've got to figure out something, and I'm not keeping a shot chart from them, but they haven't made a perimeter shot yet.
No. Really gets 2 free throws, misses his first one.
They've taken, 3 or 4 what I call perimeter shots. That's outside 15 feet. I don't know if they've taken any three-point shots.
I don't believe they have.
And so everything they're getting is in the paint.
Ben Reilly gets his second free throw attempt here. That one's no good. Muckerhide comes around, gets the rebound.
Missed them both.
Still a 5-point deficit. We get free chicken tonight. Rennekamp with the ball. Gives that Eldridge at the elbow. Left elbow, that is. Looking. Gives it back to Rennekamp. Rennekamp gets to the free throw line. A weave from Muckerhide. He gets stopped. Back to Rennekamp. Rennekamp finds Eldridge on the baseline. He gets in lane, kicks to Maurer. Right corner three goes up. He's long, no good, and nothing but white jerseys pull down that rebound. 2 minutes to play here in the quarter. Chargers down 5. Indians with the basketball. Can't see who this is for the Indians. Probably the older.
That's Reilly, yeah.
Yep.
Gabe Reilly, I think.
Yep. Moves it, gets McCown up on top now. Norman over to Gabe Reilly. Gabe's got Muckerhide on him. Gets to the free throw line. Now left side of the rim. He gets a couple charges around him. Has to get out of there. Norman's going to put up a three. It's no good. And Maurer pulls down a rebound. They're going to call a foul and finally call a foul on Langferman.
Yeah.
And if we were in college, it'd be what they call it, the arm bar or the hook and hold.
Yep. Chargers have a chance to cut into that 5-point lead again here.
Minute 40 to play here in the second quarter. Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Muckerhide with the ball, high right-hand side, gets it on the floor. Now Palmer, he's going to try a right wing three. Off the front iron, no good. And again, the Indians block us out well and get that rebound. They get it to Gabe Reilly. He clears the spot and rolls it in. Muckerhide races it down the floor. Now he has to back it back out. Gets a screen from a teammate. Maurer back to Muckerhide. Muckerhide up on top. Palmer just outside the right arc. Brings it up on top. Down to Muckerhide. Muckerhide outside the arc. Tries to get something going. Tries to force one in to Palmer, and it gets stolen away. 7-point deficit. Indians with the lead and the basketball. We're under a minute to play till halftime. Will they hold for one here, Gary?
It wouldn't surprise me.
Norman backs it back out. He's by the 10-second line. Palmer's on him out there. Now he takes it to the left-hand side of the court. Doesn't like what he sees. Backs it back out to the right-hand corner over there now. He puts it on the floor, gets stopped, looking for a teammate. McCown pops out. Rennecamp's on him. We're down to 30 seconds. He gets a ball screen. He's going to put up about a 14-footer. Misses everything, and Milan pulls down the rebound. Langferman gets it, kicks out the teammate, Ben Reilly. We got a Milan timeout. Full timeout.
We'll take commercial break and be back with Charger basketball here on WTRE.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Welcome back to South Ripley High School. Here we have 20 seconds to go here in our Decatur County Memorial Hospital second quarter. Chargers down by 7. Well, Jeff, that was the 9th unofficially offensive rebound that I've had for South Ripley, and I can think of at least 5, maybe even 7 points they've gotten off of. So that's really the difference in the ball game right now.
Yeah, and I'm just. We've disappeared here in the second quarter on the offensive end. We've scored 4 points. Muckerhide's got all 4 of them,
and those were layups.
Yes, and we've maybe got 2 or 3 other shots, but I don't know what's happened. But give Milan credit. They get the ball. It's down to 17 seconds. They try a 3, and he hits it. That's Norman.
Nice little set play there out of the timeout. Norman knocks it in.
Puts Milan up 10. Muckerhide with the basketball. We're down to 5 seconds. They just run 2 guys at Muckerhide. He slips again, loses the ball. They throw up a long one, and it's no good. So that's going to end your half here at sectional 45.
Yeah, I know what happened. Caden must have slipped on a little slick spot there or whatever, and fortunately the Indians weren't able to get a shot up quick enough. But that 3 kind of put the Indians up by 10, 30-20. That was a 4-point quarter for our Chargers, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's not gonna cut it. We'll take some sponsor breaks and be back with our Stones Farm Service halftime report. This is Charger Basketball on WTRE.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back here at South Ripley High School, where our Chargers, unfortunately, are in a 10-point deficit here at halftime, 30-20 to the Milan Indians here in Sectional 45 opening game. Well, Jeff, like I said, unofficially, I had the Indians with 9 offensive rebounds, and they got their share of put-back points or second-chance points, whatever you want to call them. But we've got to figure some things out on both ends of the floor.
Well, I think it starts with effort, Gary.
Yep.
I think rebounding, a couple times we've done a really good job of blocking out, but we just didn't go get the basketball, and other times we literally stood there and watched the ball.
Yeah.
And Milan went and got it, and they've been able to convert, and good for them. You know, you brought it up earlier. It reminds you of the Rushville game where they're just putting their heads down and going. I think it wouldn't surprise me if Milan watched that game and said, this is our game plan here tonight, and stop us. And it's working for them. I mean, we got Muckerhide with 2 fouls, Odell with 2 fouls, Morris with 2 fouls, and then we got a couple kids, 3 kids with 1 foul each. So they got us in some foul trouble a little bit, and they've only picked up 3 fouls the entire first half.
Yeah. Well, I think a couple things from that standpoint. On the offensive end, we're trying to duplicate a little bit of what Milan's trying to do, in that we're just trying to get into the paint with a drive. And fortunately, the only one that's doing that is Caden. Well, when he does that, they all just surround him or help on him. And then when we do try to kick it out, or we do have a perimeter shot, we're not making perimeter shots. So that's a bad combination.
Yeah, you know, Brady come out and hit 2 there in the first quarter right off the bat and really got us excited. And then
we missed 8 in a row after that from the 3-point line.
Right. And you know, if you're going to have a kid in there driving, you got to be hitting them outside shots, or it's that middle's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. And the more shots we miss from the outside, the smaller that rim's going to look from out there too, Gary.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something we got to figure out. You played all year. Now you just got to figure out a way to win the ball game. You might have to play ugly, whatever you have to do. but I don't do anything stupid, but
Yeah.
an ugly win. So, that's halftime here at South Ripley in sectional 45 action.
It wouldn't surprise me, and the tough thing about changing your defense is now with being down 10, Milan can come down and afford to be a lot more patient, a lot more deliberate. But, it wouldn't shock me if Coach Metz doesn't come out maybe and change to maybe some kind of a zone defense. Just to sometimes a zone will give you that look that they think, okay, we can't drive quite as easily now.
Okay.
And make them, as long as you know where Norman's at, because I think Norman is their best perimeter shooter, as long as they know where he's at, maybe play some zone, at least try it for a few possessions here and see how they react to it or whatever. But I've been wrong many times before.
Well, I think you're right more than you're wrong when it comes to talking about basketball, Gary. And maybe North needs to come out in some type of a press.
Yeah.
Try to get them out of their comfort level. That Ben really does a good job of handling the ball. Gabe really does too. McCown, we haven't seen him handle it much, but when he gets it within 15 feet of the basket, he's going to the hole there. That's the kid we talked about a little bit before the game, come off the bench and had, I think, 6 points for them earlier in the year. Started off with 4 points for them to start the game, and I thought, man, we're going to have our hands full with this kid. But he silenced a bit in the second quarter. So,
we've just got to get our act together a little bit here, and just like we always talk about, first 3 minutes of this next quarter is going to be critical. We've got to, not that I expect us to make up 10 points in 3 minutes, but you got to cut into that a little bit, get it down to 6 or 7 points, and start making a little run at it instead of letting it go the other way, instead of bumping it up to 12 or 14.
Well, and I think we've seen there towards the end of the half, too, that Milan built that lead, and they backed the ball way out with a minute and a half, 2 minutes to play, and they were willing to be very patient with the basketball. So, if they get it up to a 14, 6-point lead, it could be a long second half for our Chargers.
Yes, the Indians have got some young men that have some ball handling skills, and overall, just they're probably a little quicker than us, as a whole. That makes it kind of tough. But hopefully we can come out and get on a little roll here and get our crowd into it a little bit. And I know that the thing about a team like Milan, who has struggled to get wins this year, like we've talked about many times, they're starting to play with some confidence now. Mm-hmm. And every possession that they score or they defend us and we don't score, that just amps them up a little bit more. So we've got this 3-minute period or 4-minute period to start this third quarter is going to really be critical.
Milan kind of got a late start here, so they got just 4 seniors on the team. Trenton Langfordman, Ben Reilly. Those are the only 2 we've seen here tonight.
Right.
So, and the way Ben Reilly's playing tonight, he realized this could be his last basketball game. So, yeah, it's taken Milan all year to kind of figure it out, but they've put the pieces together, and they look like a well-rounded team right now. And like you said, they've struggled throughout the year to find a win, but once they started finding them, they're late in the year. What do you say? They're 4 of 4 the last 8 games?
They've won 3 out of their last 4. They're 4-4, but they've won 3 of their last 4 games.
Okay.
And like I said, offensively, they were averaging 53.1 points per game for the season, but in the last 5 games, they're averaging 62, I think it is.
So they found their shooting range, or found a kid that's been able to put the ball in the hoop here late in the season.
We've got just a little over a minute to go. We'll take a sponsor break and be back with the start of our Canelli and Daughters Car Wash third quarter. This is Charger Basketball on WTRE.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
Welcome back, everyone, to South Ripley High School, where we are ready to start our third quarter. Our Canelli and Daughters Car Wash third quarter.
Looks like the Indians are going to get the ball to start this second half here tonight.
Mention these sponsors again tonight, Jeff. Decatur County REMC, Ford Abstract, Scripture Auto, Walpe Heating, and Scheidler Brothers Paint and Decorating.
Here we go, third quarter action. Like to thank Stone's Farm Service for that halftime report. Chargers down 10, Indians with the basketball. Both teams come out with the same starting lineups. They get a backdoor cut there. Palmer gets his hands on the ball. And what are we going to have to do? Take somebody's clothes off before we blow the whistle? But we finally do get a tie-up.
Yeah, that did take him a little while. You know, one smart play there by Cooper. He didn't try to pass it out of that because I think he probably knew that it was our possession on the jump ball. So that's a good heads-up play.
Yeah.
Sometimes you try to pass it out of a scrum like that, and it gets deflected, and they end up laying it in, especially when the tie-up was right under their basket.
Right. All right, so that tie-up gives us the Chargers the basketball, and a good play by Cooper Palmer to textbook defense, get that correct hand out there and knock that pass away. Palmer has the ball at the free throw line. Give it to Muckerhide on the curl. Muckerhide backs it out. Looks like he's playing against Reilly. Gabe Reilly, that is. Maurer in the corner. Langferman comes out on him, and around the arc we go. Way outside the arc. Odell, Muckerhide. McCown's on him. McCown puts a hand on his hip, and I think Coach Metz called that foul.
They charge the ball under the basket. Oops, on the side, I guess. I never have figured out. I need to ask my son this, Jeff. What determines whether it goes out? I used to think if it was above free throw line extended, it was on the side, but they've kind of gone away from that. There's some kind of a.
We get the ball low post. Eldridge, he struggles, has to kick it out to Odell. Good play by him. Maurer's going to line up for wide open three and drains it.
How did that happen?
Good play by Eldridge. We'll go that route.
Yeah.
Brady Maurer finds the range to get here in the third quarter. Indians with the ball, get it down the right baseline, have to kick it up on top to Norman. Norman tries the right-hand side, puts up a tough shot. It's no good, and Eldridge pulls down this rebound. Gives it up to Muckerhide. He clears it out here on the right-hand side. Indians are back to play defense. Maurer gives to Odell, left corner three. Lefty comes up long. We try to tip the rebound out. It goes right into the Indians. Ben Reilly, McCown, he stops for a three, drains it.
You know, that young man has done some good things for them. Obviously, Milan's coach has kind of figured out he's the right combination to help them.
Yeah, Muckerhide gets inside the lane, puts up a 10-footer, can't get it to bounce in. Oh, and Eldridge there for the putback basket. (25-33). We've taken 2 points off that 10-point lead since halftime. Milan with the ball on their end of the court. 6 minutes to play here in the Canelli and Daughters third quarter. Norman with the ball, gets a ball screen. Working on Maurer, right side of the rim. He misses. Eldridge pulls down another rebound, and he's going to take off with it. Eldridge gives it to Muckerhide. Free throw line, 14-footer. In and out, no good. And Milan, they said we knocked it out of bounds.
Caden's having a tough time. He's really getting some good looks right in front of the basket, and that's kind of been a money shot for him most of his career, and they're just not staying in the bucket right now.
You know, I would tell him, hey, bank the next one in.
Yeah.
If you're inside 15 foot, just aim for that square upper and just try to bank it in, see what happens. Norman gets ball screen.
Illegal screen.
And Maurer puts a lot of body on the guy. No foul was called, but Maurer knocks the ball out of bounds. Milan ball.
33-25 Indians, 8-point margin, 5:39 to go here in our Canelli Daughters Car Wash second quarter.
Indians inbound under their basket. They get it into Norman. He's on the left wing with it. One dribble, cross court to Ben Reilly. He's got Muckerhide on him. Gets a ball screen from brother Gabe inside the lane. Eldridge is there to check him as he has to back it outside the lane. Stays inside the arc. Now gives it to McCown. McCown working against Odell. Moves it to the right-hand side. Now back up on top. Norman has it. Farmer's on him. Gets a ball screen. Wide open and hits it.
Yeah, that's he's our best perimeter shooter. We just didn't handle that ball screen very well. We need to get a hedge there. I don't know who set the ball screen.
Langferman. We get ball inside to Eldridge. He works around that defender. Right-hand side, up and in. 9-point lead for the Indians. They have the basketball. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. McMahon really gets in the lane to fight for the ball. Indians come away with it, and we get it knocked out of their hands. We got all kinds of bodies on the floor. Muckerhide, Eldridge, left side, up and in.
Lead back to 7.
This time Norman's going to walk the ball up the floor. Palmer's on him as he moves to the right-hand side. Gets a ball screen from Langferman. That pass gets knocked away in Eldridge's hands. He's on the run. Eldridge gets it to Muckerhide. He stops, passes up that 15-footer, and backs it back out this time. Probably a good decision there, Gary. Muckerhide gets it off. 8-footer. That time he rolled it in.
The Chargers have cut that halftime lead in half now, Jeff.
Well,
got to keep playing hard on the defensive end, though.
Yes. Indians have the ball. That's Ben Reilly over on the high right-hand side.
One of the things I noticed Milan doing, they do a good job of back cutting. And we've gotten beat a couple times on back cuts, so just got to.
Ben Reilly gets it to the free throw line, has to kick McCown. He's going to try another three, hits another one.
Yeah. I don't know where he came from, but don't remember him a whole lot the last game.
We're down to 3.5 minutes to play here. Muckerhide has the ball. Langferman steps out on him. He goes to the corner all the way around. Odell's going to try that left-handed three. He got fouled on that three-point shot. He's going to line for three. Going to call that on McCown, his second. Picked up both of them this quarter, so Odell's going to line. Be the first Charger at the line tonight, Gary.
Well, again, a little bit of that is the number of perimeter shots we've settled for.
Odell hits that first Big Sky free throw.
Looks like Mason Morris getting ready to check in the game for the Chargers. Looks like for Cooper Palmer.
Hits his second one. Now a 6-point lead for the Indians.
Looks like Langferman for Langferman and the Milan side of it.
Odell spins the basketball, puts it in the air. Hit 2 of 3. Of course, the Indians come away with another rebound. Langferman pulls it away. Gives it up to Ben Reilly, and here come the Indians. Lead and a basketball for the Indians. Langferman has it at the elbow. Works on Maurer. Maurer blocks that shot out of bounds.
Here's the amazing thing that I observe. Whether it's girls' games, boys' games, whether it's varsity level, JV level, whatever level it is, I still have not been able to figure out why more teams, more players don't force, even at this level, the boys varsity level, don't force. Might have traveled.
He did. Comes up short on the shot, but Milan Indians.
And again,
out of bounds Chargers.
But what I was getting ready to say, force players to use their weak hand. You start looking at here at the number of players that always are going to go to their strong hand. And they may be able to go to their weak hand a little bit, but they're not near as effective at going to the basket and scoring or pulling up for a jump shot off their weak hand.
That's a good point, Gary.
I just see it time after time after time.
We get it to Eldridge, left side of the rim, up and in. Yeah, when I played, you always tried to. You'd set your...
Yeah, Chargers cut that lead to 4, so we're going to have a timeout here by Milan. Looks like a full timeout, so we'll take a commercial break and be back with Charger basketball here on WTRE.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
We're back here at South Ripley High School where our Chargers have cut that 10-point deficit at halftime to 4 with 2:37 to go here in our Canelli and Daughters Car Wash third quarter.
Well, so far it's the kind of quarter we needed and wanted, Gary.
Well, and the big key is we've gotten the ball to Owen Eldridge down around the basket. And unofficially, I've got Owen 4 for 4 this quarter.
Well, he better be because they're all within 3 feet of the basket, you know. All right, so after that full timeout by the Milan Indians, they're going to inbound right by their bench. We get the ball from the referee, and here we go. Backcourt to Voss. First time he's checked in here in this second half. He gets the ball screen. Odell's on him. They move it down here into the corner. I think that's one of the Reillys up on top. Younger Langferman has it at the elbow. He's not looking at the basket. Now puts it on the floor.
Again, he's left-handed, so why are we playing his left or his right shoulder.
Gabe really has it. He's outside the arc on the right-hand side. Langfordman has it, moves it to the right-hand side. Eldridge tries to get a hand on it. And
yeah, we just kind of got mixed up there on fouling a cutter. Milan made a nice cut around there by Reilly, and Langfordman just kind of handed off to him for an easy layup.
So Chargers with the ball. Muckerhide, he gets right in front of the rim, comes up short, but he got fouled. See which Indian's going to pick up this foul. It's like number 11, Norman's going to pick that up. I have him for just his first foul of the ball game.
Muckerhide go to the line to shoot a pair of those Big Sky Restaurant free throws.
First one's up and rolls it in.
Friendly bounce there. It's like Owen Rennekamp checking in the ball game for Logan Odell.
Minute 52 to play here in the Canellian Daughters third quarter. Muckerhide toes the line, takes 2 dribbles, bends the knees, puts the ball in the air and hits it.
41-37 Indians. We need to get multiple stops in a row, Jeff, to kind of get a little momentum going here.
Voss moves it to the right block, gets stopped. He has to kick out to the younger Langfordman. He works on Maurer. Maurer's able to block another shot here.
Yeah, and again, you noticed when Langfordman went to the basket, which hand he came to. He came to that left hand, which he's a lefty.
Milan inbounds under their basket. We find Norman open. That shot gets blocked.
Good block by Mason Morris there.
Muckerhide comes away with it. Right side of the rim, leaves it up long. Blocking foul.
Yeah,
Two shots from Muckerhide.
Good drive to get clear to the hoop by Caden Muckerhide there. Go to the line, shoot a couple of those Big Sky free throws. So have a chance to cut that lead to 2 here, Jeff.
Grant Langfordman picks up that foul. Muckerhide's going back to the Big Sky free throw line. Shot is good.
You know, just over the course of this quarter now, we've played a little better, and I can kind of see a little more bounce in our step. At both ends. You know, we're doing a little bit better job on the defensive end. Not maybe quite like Coach wants, but better job. And we're getting some stops. And then on the offensive end, we're getting to the paint kind of like they were the first half.
Muckerhide puts the second one up, and it's good.
41-39 Indians.
Voss brings the ball up the left-hand side of the court. Rennekamp checks him as he comes into the front court. Now Reilly has it. That's Ben. Gives it up to McCown. McCown on the right-hand side gets it to the block. Gets stopped. And the ball's loose. Palmer goes after it. Rennekamp goes after it. And now Odell gets, that's Morris has it. Real close to the sideline. He saves the ball.
Really good hustle play there by Cooper Palmer, followed up by Rennekamp.
Muckerhide has the ball in his hands. Minute 4 to play here in the quarter. Chargers can tie with a 2-point bucket or take the lead with 3. Muckerhide rolls one up, misses. Eldridge is there for the putback basket. Tie ball game. Under a minute to play here in the Canellian Daughters third quarter. Chargers have had a great third quarter here, Gary. Coming all the way back.
They have.
10-point deficit at halftime. They fought her back to a tie.
Need another stop here.
They get it into Gabe Reilly, and Palmer pushed him, gave him a lot of body, pushed him away from the basket on the shot.
And again, we kind of had him headed to his left hand, and he spun right back to his right hand there.
And that's Palmer's second foul, just the first foul of the Chargers this third quarter. So kind of opposite ends of the tail there from our first quarter to the third quarter.
Yep.
Gabe Reilly's first one's up. It's good.
Morris and Rennekamp check out of the game, and Odell and I'm not sure who Maurer checked back in.
Second free throws up, and it's good. Muckerhide's going to walk it up, getting direction from Coach Metz. Coach Metz says he wants one, so he can't turn the ball over here. Palmer outside the arc, Maurer in the corner, back to Muckerhide. 24 seconds, Odell, Palmer, Muckerhide. 20 seconds. Muckerhide high left-hand side. Ben Reilly's on him. Muckerhide puts it on the floor, gives it to Eldridge. Maybe got by with a travel there. His shot comes up short. Can't get the rebound, so Milan's going to get a chance to add to this 2-point lead. They get it in the lane, put up that 14-footer. It's no good. Maurer with the rebound. They fly at him. They get a cheap foul.
Yeah, and that's going to put us in the bonus too, Jeff.
Wow.
As a coach, that just drives you up a wall.
I mean, there was no reason. We're at 1.3 seconds. Brady was going to have to do a miracle with it.
80 feet from the basket.
Yeah. That foul's on Norman, his second. Brady Maurer going to the line. 2 Big Sky free throws. Chance to tie this up before the quarter ends. Brady hits the first one.
Morris and Rennekamp both check back in for the Chargers.
Coach Metz gets Muckerhide. Probably the first time he's come out of the game in,
Yep.
what, 10 or 12 games?
Maybe, or more.
Brady a chance to tie with his Big Sky free throw, and he does. 1.3 seconds left in the quarter. Milan McCown, he's going to try one and hit the backboard, but that's your quarter. North Decatur comes back in a big third quarter and ties it up.
Good rally there, and went on a 23-13 run to tie the game up. So we'll take a sponsor break and be back with our Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter right after this.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Welcome back, everyone, to South Ripley High School. Well, we played 24 minutes, Jeff, and it's knotted up 0-0.
Well, probably not exactly what we wanted, but I like tight ball games, Gary.
Yep, I agree. It's a good quarter there by the Chargers, and we need to get started this third quarter or this fourth quarter the same way.
Yeah, and I guess we were at the verge of being, rolling over and playing dead and this game being over with at halftime, but our Chargers really come out and played a strong third quarter, and like you said, we got to keep it up this fourth quarter. I don't think Milan's going to go away easy here tonight. Norman with the ball in his hands as they get the ball to start this fourth quarter. It's Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter. They get it to Gabriel. He gets to the right side of the rim. He comes up short. Eldridge there with a strong rebound. Gives it up to Muckerhide. Chargers are in business here. We can get a lead here. First time we can get a lead since sometime there in the second quarter. Muckerhide gets the ball, right side of the rim. His shot gets blocked, doesn't go out of bounds. And
I thought it bounced on the line. They have such wide out of bounds lines here, but obviously the official standing right there.
And they try to throw it away. We don't realize it. It goes into an Indian's hand. That's Ben Reilly, and he got fouled. I believe that's going to be on Muckerhide, and if it is, that's his third.
Kind of bailed him out there a little bit. Not sure he was going to make that shot, but nonetheless, he'll go to the line to shoot a couple free throws.
This is the third time he's been in the line tonight. Muckerhide does pick up his third foul. First one's up, no good. Seems like the gym's gotten a little louder here in the second half, Gary.
That's good.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hits one of two there, Ben really does. Give the Indians a 1-point lead.
44-43.
Muckerhide's got the ball high left-hand side. Doesn't use the ball screen. Guys, a nice pass by Cooper Palmer. He lays it up and in. Chargers take a 1-point lead. 7 minutes to play in this ball game. Winner moves on, plays Switzerland County, and he stepped on the baseline out of bounds.
That's kind of a late call, really.
It was. I thought he was close, but I really couldn't tell.
That's only the second turnover of the half for the Indians, and I may have missed one, but I don't have any for the Chargers.
I'm not going to argue with you, Gary. Muckerhide brings the ball
It's been
up.
a pretty clean game.
Yeah. Muckerhide, Palmer, left wing, fakes a three, puts the ball on the floor. Odell, round the arc we come. Back up on top of Muckerhide. He's going to back it back out now. Gets a ball screen from Palmer. Now another Indian steps out on Muckerhide. He gets in the lane, doesn't like it, gives it up to Eldridge. Eldridge, reverse spin, front of the rim and in.
Nice quick move there, Bowen Eldridge, and got the bucket. Chargers back on top by 3.
The Indians with the ball. Gabe really has it. He's working left side of the lane. Now takes it to the right side of the lane. We finally get him stopped. He has to kick out to Trent Langferman. This is Norman, 15-footer.
Good little pull up there by Norman. He's a nice sophomore player.
He's just a sophomore?
Yes, he is.
Jeez. So now the Indians have a 1-point lead. Mucker Hyde with the ball in his hands. Look like the Indians fall back into a zone this time. Mauer's on the wing, gets it back to Mucker Hyde. Odell's on the other wing. Mucker Hyde steps Palmer out a little bit. Now back to Mucker Hyde up on top. Coach Metz is resetting the offense. Moves Mucker Hyde over there by him. He gets the offense reset, and here we go. Palmer steps up. Mauer, Mucker Hyde in the lane. Looking, better get out of there, and he does. Now he goes back in the lane, kicks out to Mauer. Left wing three. It's short, no good, and we outrun the rebound. It was a little longer, and we all run to the rim. Indians get the rebound, kick to Norman. Norman fakes the three. Oh, right side of the rim. He passes it up, gets Mauer in the air, up and in. That's Gabe Reilly.
Indians back on top by 1, 48-47. Just a little over 5 minutes to go here in our Napoleon State Bank fourth quarter.
Mucker Hyde, Mauer, Palmer up on top. Indians fall back in that 2-3 zone again. Mauer has it. He's open. Come on, Brady. Yes, sir.
We got a timeout here. I wasn't sure who called it. Looks like maybe the Indians.
Full timeout. I'm thinking maybe Coach Metz called that. I don't know.
May have. We'll take sponsor break and be back with our final 4:54 here right after this.
2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buy-Right Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buy-Right Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buy-Right Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
We are back here at South Ripley High School where the Chargers hold a tight 50-48 lead over the Milan Indians.
Well, I think we got to keep finding Eldridge down there on the baseline.
Yep.
Even though they've gone to that zone, maybe we start him a little farther out there on the wing and sneak him in there when the ball's on the other side of the court. See if we can't get something for him at the rim, because that's worked out well for us, especially in the third quarter.
It has. Noticed that Coach made a little adjustment by putting Caden Mucker Hyde in the high post area there, which he ought to be able to distribute and score from that area very well too.
All right, Indians get the ball after Coach Metz takes up full timeout. Voss is in the game now for the Indians. He has the ball, gives it up to Norman. That's Morris on him. Now back to Voss. Eldridge picks him up outside the arc, still got his dribble going, gets the ball screen. Now kicks to a teammate, Ben Reilly. McCown has it. Odell steps out on him. He puts up a 14-footer. It's no good. And Mauer pulls down the rebound. Chargers are back in business. 2-point lead and a basketball. I wish there was less than a second on the clock. Mucker Hyde with the ball in his hands now. Milan coming to man-to-man. Mucker Hyde got a long way on 2 steps, but we're going to take it. Gives him his first points of the quarter.
Yes, we will.
Just
4-point margin for the Chargers.
Halfway through this fourth quarter. Norman inside the lane, tough shot. He turns around and hits it.
Nice bucket there by that young man.
Well, Gary, this one looks like it's going to come down to the wire here. Mucker Hyde with the ball. Under 4 minutes. Milan into man-to-man. Mauer's going to try another 3. Same spot, different result. Morris with a nice rebound. He should have went back up. Tries to kick to a teammate. Goes all the way out to Mucker Hyde. He gets in the lane, lays it up and in.
Yeah, it was a really nice play by Mason Morris there to be active and go after that offensive rebound and keep it alive to give us a second chance point there. Nice block by Brady Mauer.
Yep, Mucker Hyde's able to come up that loose ball, tries to throw it ahead. It gets tipped. Voss picks it up for the Indians. And Mucker Hyde's able to turn him. They throw it to the baseline. Eldridge knocks it out.
Yeah, it's too bad. Chargers had a chance there maybe. And no, Caden was just trying to pass it ahead there, and they got a deflection out of it, but could have maybe bumped that lead up to 6. And 3:22 to go here in our ball game. Napoleon State Bank, our sponsor here for the fourth quarter. Brady Mauer steps out of the ball game.
Indians inbound. They're wide on that baseline. They get it into Norman. We forget about the inbounder. Right side of the rim, up and in.
Yeah, well, we sent 2 guys out to the corner there. I'm not sure why, but Indians cut the lead back to 2. So right there in one possession, possible 6-point lead drops back to 2.
Mucker Hyde with the ball. Indians in a man-to-man. Ben Reilly's on Mucker Hyde. We go to the corner. Odell. He fakes the 3, gets to the rim. Passes up on it. Mucker Hyde's going to try left wing 3. He's off front iron, no good. Odell with the basketball, kicks out to Eldridge. Odell should have turned around and looked at the rim.
Yeah.
Muckerhide with the basketball, got really on him, kicks it out to Palmer. Pass gets away a little bit. Palmer's able to track it down. Got his dribble, uses it, gives it to Muckerhide. Muckerhide's got it out there by the logo. Ben Reilly's on him tight. Muckerhide gets in the lane, puts it up, knocks it down.
Good drive there by Cade Muckerhide.
6 points for Mookie this quarter, 2:29 to play in the
we really need to get a couple stops in a row here, Jeff. This is really a critical back cut there by Milan. Nice job by Cooper Palmer moving his feet there.
Gabe really gets to give it up on top to Ben. And Milan's going to take a timeout.
You know what, Coach, Jeff, I think that the 30-second timeout, they can't have more than about one timeout left. Maybe they do have two.
I think they got one full, according to me, but I don't know if that's right or not.
We'll keep it right here with 2:13 to go in our ball game. Chargers on top by 4.
You know, something both teams are going to have to start looking at a tight ball game. There's only been one foul called this fourth quarter. That's on us. So if you know, Milan, and they got plenty of time, it's just a 4-point game, but if it comes to a foul shooting contest, there's going to have to be a lot of fouls called before we get there.
Right. Yeah, that's a little different element that this new free throw rule, this new bonus rule is put into the game this year.
Yeah.
It's not like before where we had Milan had 5 fouls in that third quarter, you know, and we'd be getting close to the bonus with them. So.
All right, so after that quick timeout from Milan, I think they only have one full left, 2:13 to play. Milan basketball, and Milan's down 4. They inbound to Ben Reilly. Muckerhide's on him. He works it to the center of the court.
A little 1-4 high set here. Looks like they're going to.
McCown, who got close there on the travel. They didn't travel. Voss has got the ball up on top, moves it towards the right-hand side, gets a couple ball screens, now down to the elbow.
Well, we just missed communication there. We both went after Voss and dropped it inside to Reilly there for an easy bucket. 2-point game again.
Under 2 minutes. Chargers with the lead and the basketball. Muckerhide with the ball in his hands.
Just like I talked, the last defensive possession was important. This offensive possession is important.
Yep. Muckerhide gets the ball stripped away. He gets it back. It's still scrum for it, and Morris pulls it away. Muckerhide with the ball, and Coach Metz gets a timeout, and I think that was a good one.
I agree. Just kind of get us settled down here. I think he's just it's a full timeout, so we'll take some more sponsor breaks and be back with the final 1:29 of our ball game. This is Charger basketball on WTRE.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Welcome back to South Ripley High School. Chargers on top, 56-54, 1:29 to go in our ball game here.
Gary, I think our Chargers, of course, Muckerhide's going to have the ball in his hands. Our other Chargers have to be ready to catch a pass because I think all the Indians are going to start collapsing on him when he gets close to the lane. Somebody's going to have to be open. We got to knock down the shot.
The other thing, if I were coaching Milan, I would be telling my players to really take chances. They've got 5 fouls they can use. If you jump in a passing lane and foul a guy, no big deal, but you may get a steal out of it.
We go inbound it, and we struggle, but Eldridge gets it. Finds Odell on the baseline. He kicks the Maurer in the right corner up on top to Muckerhide.
Good decision there. You know, I know a lot of people want Brady to shoot that.
Muckerhide gets it up and in, and he got fouled.
Big play by Caden Muckerhide there. He got fouled on the arm. He's going to have a chance with this Big Sky free throw to make it a 5-point game.
See, I think Brady, just shoot that, Brady. I feel confident in that baseline three-pointer for you. Fired away. That could have been what broke their back. But chance for Muckerhide here. Make this a 5-point lead. Big Sky free throw from Mookie. 2 dribbles. Eyes it, flies it. Misses long. Indian rebound.
Still 2 possession leads for our Chargers. We just need to get a defensive stop here.
McCown has the ball, gives it to Norman, back to McCown, left wing 3. It's long, no good. Palmer there to pull down the rebound, and they're jumping all after him, and he gets it up to Muckerhide. Muckerhide loses the handle on it. He's got possession, Now Parmer. I'm sure Coach Metz is wanting a timeout, and he finally gets it.
I think that may take us down to one timeout now,
You're right. You're right. Looks like he's going to call.
Looks like I think the Chargers will still have the ball maybe in the backcourt, but that's a good timeout. We'll just keep it right here. 58 seconds to go. Charger ball, 58-54. Chargers.
Coach Metz out of full timeouts. Each team has got one timeout. We got a 30. Milan's got a full.
Yeah, that was a. I may be wrong, but I'm not sure that's the shot that Milan coach probably wanted on that particular possession when you're down 2 and you got a kid he's played pretty well for him tonight, but I'm not sure he's their go-to guy in shooting a 3 off of a screen.
No, I think he's got maybe 1 or 2 threes earlier. Now he does. He got 2 threes there in the third quarter, but yeah, you want Norman to shoot that shot if you're going to be shooting that out there.
Or it's a 2-possession game. A 3's not going to help you that much. You know, give it to Reed and let him go to the basket. But nonetheless, good for the Chargers.
Yeah, now we'll look for Milan to set up some kind of a press, and I don't know why. It seems to me like they should be inbound the ball right over here below us, Gary. But Parmer's standing by the Indians bench. We send 2 Chargers deep. Now we send Muckerhide to the ball. He's in the backcourt, and they foul him right away.
Yeah, they're going to start using some of these fouls. Maybe not put us in a bonus, but they'll use probably 2 more here just to get us up close and then have to make some kind of decision.
Okay, now Milan brings in a young man we haven't seen yet tonight. This is Pierce. He's going to come in and guard Maurer. Parmer inbounded again. Muckerhide into the backcourt. Ben really checks him back there. Muckerhide again struggles handling a little bit. Now gets his hands on it, and into the front court he comes. They run 2 guys at him. Now 3. He dribbles through that whole mess, and they got him, tried to tie him up, and he's still moving with the basketball. And Coach Metz uses his last timeout, and that's not good.
Yeah. 42.4 seconds to go here. It'll be a 30-second timeout for the Chargers. Ball be inbounded right down in front of us there. And I know some people may have thought that he got fouled maybe a little bit there, but Milan did a really pretty good job of just kind of surrounding him and just kind of trying to deflect the ball or knock the ball out of his hand without too much real hard contact, I didn't think.
Well, I thought he got fouled. Of course, I'm a Charger fan, and I'm not going to deny it. But, no, you're right, Gary. I mean, they got close to the ball, but when they reached, I feel like their hands were probably on the basketball.
Yep.
Good call by the referees. I think the Milan crowd wanted a travel call. I don't know if he did or not. I was more watching the hands.
Yeah, now this is big to be able to just get the ball in bounds here. You know, one of the things I'm a little surprised at, and maybe it's just from a physical standpoint, Logan Odell's not in the ball game right now, which kind of surprised me. He's a really good free throw shooter, and maybe it's because that
they put right in the back
quick foul there, so they've used their 3rd foul, so they probably won't let too much more time. I can't imagine them if they don't get a steal right away, they'll probably foul, you know, within the first 5 seconds here to get that 4th foul.
We get it to Morris, and they foul him right away.
Yep.
Gary, I'm watching this inbounds play. I would keep Brady Maurer right here by Cooper. They're not guarding Brady real tall, and nobody's guarding Brady. And just send him, Cooper, and just send him to the basket after you throw it in.
Yep. Now Logan Odell checks in for Mason Morris. So I'm sure Coach Metz thinking about free throws here.
Yep. And Milan does have 14 fouls now. Cooper inbounded again. Muckerhide in the backcourt. Let's see if they're as aggressive as they have been, and they are. So Muckerhide's going to go to the line with 37.5 seconds to play in the ball game.
He'll shoot a pair of Big Sky free throws. Hopefully he can knock those in and make it 6-point margin. But the one thing that's kind of playing on our side now a little bit, Jeff, is our fouls. We only have 1, and we have an opportunity. I wouldn't foul right away, but as soon as maybe they cross the ball or bring the ball across the line, use a foul.
Yeah,
make them take it out, or do that a couple times. As long as you don't foul somebody's or heaving one up there.
Right. If you get somebody driving toward the basket and you get on their hip, go ahead and foul them. Just make sure they're not in the act of shooting.
Muckerhide gets the first one, it kind of rolls out, so it's still a 4-point margin.
Okay, needs to put that first one out of his head. Finally gets the ball from the referee. Same routine. Toe on the nail, 2 dribbles, bends his knees, puts the ball in the air. It's long again, and Milan's Norman comes away with the rebound. Up the right-hand side. He's going to stop for a 3. Wide open, drains it.
I'm not sure how
We go into Brady Maurer. Brady gives to Muckerhide. He's on a breakaway. Right side of the rim, up and in for Muckerhide. 17 seconds. Milan up ahead. They get it to McCown on the baseline. Have to go back up on top to Norman. Long three goes up. In and out, no good. We're under 10 seconds. Milan comes away with another rebound. Baseline shot goes up. It's no good. Parmer with the rebound. Gives it to Muckerhide. And they foul him. Chargers are going to win this sucker, Gary.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what. Norman got another really good look at one there. And I can't believe that next to last possession there that he was that wide open and nobody was within 20 feet of him.
It was a long one. McCown had to save it off the baseline. It was a long pass back to him. It was a long three-pointer. Got a really good look at it. But Caden can pretty much ice this with one made free throw here.
Indians still have one timeout remaining.
First one's up. Good. 5-point lead for our Chargers, 2.2 seconds.
Yeah, just the main thing now is, just get away from people.
Yeah. Caden's second free throw up. Good. So Milan has to inbound. They chuck it a long way down the floor, and that's going to be your ball game. Chargers come away with a big victory.
Really good comeback win for our Chargers. I don't remember this year being down 10 points and coming back at halftime. So good game by both teams. Milan deserves a lot of credit. They played really hard and really had a nice first half too. So we will. Chargers ended up on top by 5, 62-57 for the victory. So we'll take some sponsor breaks and be back with our wrap-up, hopefully with Coach Metz here right after this. This is Charger Basketball on WTRE.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
JC Bank is now open in Greensburg at 1035 North Lincoln Street, bringing over a century of community banking to you. JC Bank supports local high school sports teams, helping young athletes thrive for stronger communities. They offer top-notch banking, investments, and trust services. Whether you need a mortgage or business banking, JC Bank is here for you. Learn more at jcbank.com. JC Bank, the bank for your street, not Wall Street. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss. But it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
The wrap-up the year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the wrap-up the year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Welcome back to South Ripley High School, where our North Decatur Chargers have advanced through the first round with a 62-57 win over the Milan Indians. Jeff, you want to go through the scoring, and then we'll wait and see if Coach Metz comes up to join us here.
I'm going to do the Milan Indians real quick. Norman led them with 15 points. Gabe Reilly led them with 17 points. Norman with 15 right behind him. And then McCown, who was a sub earlier when we played him, has 10 points. They had 3 kids in double figures. Ben Reilly had 8 points. Grant Lofferman had 3, and then Trent Lofferman had 2, and Voss had 2. Second half, 3 of 4 from the free throw line for the game. They were 6 of 12 from the free throw line. Hit 5 3-pointers on the night. Now, I got to tell you, I was getting pretty excited at the end of the game, so my numbers were probably off a little bit.
No, you don't want to tell anybody that.
They all know that already. Muckerhide led us tonight with 25 points, and Owen Eldridge had 16 solid points, had 10 in the third quarter alone. I think that's what he had. So a really nice effort by Eldridge in that third quarter. Maurer steps up with 14 points for us tonight. Then we had Odell with 4, Palmer with 2. Nobody off the bench scored for us. I think this is where I got messed up. 9 of 14 from the free throw line and hit 4 3-pointers.
Okay, well, that's great. Something I want to mention while I was thinking about it, congratulations to both Owen Eldridge and Caden Muckerhide for making the Mid-Hoosier Conference All-Conference team. And then I'd like to brag on our young ladies, too. Maddie, if I can remember all of them, Maddie Allen, Kelsey Haley, Ella Kuntz, and Claire Kinker, and then Sydney were all conference, and Sydney Rolls was honorable mention, and Coach Laker was the conference coach of the year. So congratulations to all of them. Great season by our Lady Chargers, and hopefully the guys will continue on their season Friday night. Well, Jeff, we going to get a chance to advance now to Friday night. We will play the second game, which will be approximately a 7:30 start against the Switzerland County Pacers. So I know we played them back in right before Christmas, I think it was, and had about a 20-point win at home, and they were missing at least one player, if not 2, that night. So we'll see how that goes. Coach Metz joins us now. Well, Coach, I made a comment here about maybe halfway through, maybe 2/3 of the way through the third quarter, and I told Jeff, I said, you can tell we just got a little more bounce in our step now when we came out in that third quarter. I don't know what the halftime message was, but evidently you got their attention.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it was just effort that seemed to pick up. And it's almost like once we started realizing that we could get easy looks at the rim and we actually proved ourselves that we could defend them, it's like it gave us a little bit extra confidence. And sometimes confidence goes a long way. When you see shots start going in, start to get some wind back in your sails, and like you said, a little bit more bounce in your step.
Yeah. Well, I know one of the things that hurt us in that first half, and I didn't keep track of the second chance points, but I had them unofficially for 9 offensive rebounds in the first half.
In 6 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I think 3 of those came on a single possession. And, you know, it's one of those things that has been our Achilles heel all year. And we knew we could drill it. And it could be perfect in practice. But until the effort matches the dialed in mentally to go do it, doesn't matter how much we drill it, they just have to go do it. And I thought the second half was much better because they realized if we don't block out, our season's dwindling down to 16 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a do or die situation because there may not be tomorrow. But their offensive rebounding coupled with their second chance points, I thought was huge for them in the first half and allowed them to get to 30 points.
Yeah, it was a factor, but nonetheless, we came out that second half. Caden Muckerhide kind of felt like he just kind of willed us to win there. But tell you another kid that, and I know you know this, really played well for us in that set. Well, played well both halves was Owen Eldridge.
We challenged him at halftime. I felt like Gabe Reilly was number 20, was the matchup that we had to win. And I told him at halftime, 20 pretty much kicked your butt in the first half. He was running circles around him with effort, getting offensive rebounds. And it's not that Owen can't do it, but sometimes Owen takes a little bit to get locked in mentally.
Yeah.
And it's almost like second half, he kind of rose to that challenge that he was going to prove me wrong, and I'm glad he did because you're right. Finally, after 24 games, I had somebody realize that, hey, if I follow Muck to the basket, 2 or 3 of those are going to come off the front of the rim, and I'm going to be the benefactor like Lance did last year. And Owen found out. I think he maybe had 4 to 6 points in the second half, and they were huge. for our momentum and for getting us back in the game, and good for Owen because we've been waiting on it. He is a heck of an athlete, and when he gets up, he can play at the rim, not necessarily under. And I'm certainly glad that he decided to rise to my challenge during that second half.
Well, it was a good team win. You had several kids. Brady Maurer had a couple threes in the first half, couple in the second half, and those are important. And one particular play I remember in particular that kind of kept the ball alive for us was when Mason Morris kind of came from the weak side and got an offensive rebound and kept it alive. And I don't remember whether we scored off that or not, but just little plays like that make a difference.
Big time. And, I'll give Coop all the credit in the world. We had a little film session over Milan on Saturday, and we were kind of going through, what do you guys think? You want to try to man? You want to try to zone? Because we were kind of going through the problems of matching up with them because they're kind of a tough matchup for us. And the first thing that we kind of identified was Norman. Who's going to chase Norman? And as we went around the room, it's like, do we really want to expel Muck's energy on the defensive end chasing him? But Logan being a sophomore, didn't necessarily know if we wanted him to chase. Owen, we needed his physicality down low, and I didn't want to put Brady with that task. So Coop just said, you know what, I'll do it. And kudos to him because I thought he did a phenomenal job on that kid in the first half and in the crunch time there in the fourth quarter. And we gave him a great change of pace with Cooper brings him that strength factor, but Mason brings that length. So we got the opportunity to kind of mix and match defensively the way we wanted to play him, and I thought that was kind of big with how we attacked him. And he got 15, and I know, but I felt like it was a tough 15.
Well, especially the second half. He didn't get near as many the second half, I don't
feel
think.
like.
Well, Coach, that advances us to Friday night, second game on Friday night to play the Switzerland County Pacers. I know we beat them right before Christmas. I know they were missing one or two kids or something, but the Craig kid I know is a handful. He's a great scorer, and we'll have our work cut out for us on Friday night.
We will, because that is, like you said, that is a great ball club, and they're definitely not the same complexity as far as their makeup from what they were when we played them the first time. They got their best player back from last year. Now, he's coming off an ACL injury, and he's only got 3 or 4 games under his belt, but you can just tell he may not move the same way, but he's still heady, and he understands his spots and where to get, and if you leave him open, he's going to make you pay. So he gives them that dynamic, and then the other kid that comes back, Cannon, I'm drawing a blank on his last name, but kind of a bigger body, bigger physical kid. Both of them are seniors, and you know as well as I do, upperclassmen sometimes in a sectional game when it matters.
Yep.
They've been here. They know what it's about. They're not going to maybe welt in the moment, but it's definitely going to be a team that we're going to have our hands full with, and preparation's got to start tonight.
Yeah, well, at least you've got a couple days now to kind of rest a little bit and get ready for them. But you kind of got them motivated to get through this one tonight, so we'll see if you can get them motivated for the next one as well. But good win tonight. You always like it this time of the year, excited, and we had a good crowd, I thought, tonight. It just took us a while to get our crowd into it.
It did.
But wish you the best of luck on Friday night, and hopefully we'll talk to you after a win on Friday.
Hey, that sounds like a plan to me. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Your halftime speech tonight needs to be your pregame speech Friday night, and short memory. Short memory, right?
I'll tell you, Jeff, I think I need to start being like, Cookie, the guy from UNLV that used to carry a towel in his mouth.
Jerry Tarkanian.
I'm sweating. I need to take a bath in there before I get on the bus because I don't know. I got something going on. Maybe it was that halftime speech just got my blood boiling a little bit.
I thought you were nervous about the interview tonight, DJ.
Just a little bit. I don't want to lead on, though. I don't want to lead on too much.
That's it. Well, Coach, we'll let you get out of here, get with your team, get everybody home tonight, and see you on Friday night.
Hey, sounds good, guys. Thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
Coach. Well, Gary, just a tremendous effort by our Chargers.
Yeah.
I thought we were going to be done there at halftime, but our Chargers, like you said there, I don't think we come back from a 10-point deficit all year.
No,
and they
I can't remember it anyway.
Showed a lot of fight and grit, something we didn't see at Rushville.
And I think the key was once we started digging into that lead and we got it down going into the fourth quarter where the game was tied, then I think, like we talked about, giving Milan confidence, it did the opposite for Milan.
Yes.
I'm sure then they were start looking over their shoulder and thinking, okay, here we go again, kind of thing. But nonetheless, great job by our young men and coaches, and we'll play again on Friday night.
Yeah, late game.
Yep.
First game ought to be a good one.
6 o'clock, Hauser, South Ripley tips things off, and we'll see how things go. But Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Again, some of our new sponsors, we're going to recognize them: Decatur County REMC, Ford Abstract, Scripture Auto, Walpa Heating, and Scheidler Brothers Paint and Decorating. Thanks to them for sponsoring our game tonight. And if nothing else, we will see everybody around 7:30 on Friday night.
Thanks, Gary.
Good night.